Awesome story there. We'll take you now into our must-see video. Check this out. This comes to us from near Walkerton, Ontario. Whiteout conditions as you pass that plow. Where we could be seeing whiteout conditions today is west of the GTA. Look at that. And that's because of some snow squalls. We are seeing the development right over here on targeting the Bruce Peninsula down in towards London. So if you are headed out that way, heading west along the 401 towards the 402, expect to see the snow squalls lasting pretty much all day today. Rachel Schoutsen here with you. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's get into this very cold forecast this afternoon. Wind chill at -17. Do you think -17 is cold for a wind chill? I think it's pretty cold. Things are only going to get worse and only going to get colder. Look at this evening, -28. Tomorrow morning, -39. That -17 doesn't seem that bad, does it? When you compare it to the -39, that's what Sunday morning looks like. So if you're heading out to church, doing something extra for Valentine's Day, getting ready for Family Day on Monday, expect the extreme cold. That's really the biggest story for the GTA this weekend. As we look at the winds, there's strong winds today. We saw the snow this morning. That Alberta Clipper passed us through. And our next story is pretty big wind gusts along with the extreme cold. We see this right out of the north. That's some of the coldest air we can get, and it's filtering right into the GTA. This dark purple with temperatures near -30. This is just going to continue in through Saturday and through Sunday, and we are going to feel the cold Monday as well. Connect with me. What do you think about this deep freeze? Okay, now I want to show you this. This is in Oakville, Ontario. These firefighters had to go out into the frozen water to rescue this guy. The goose is stuck in the ice. The goose rescue, yeah, that took place yesterday. Pretty good video. He got away perfectly fine and unharmed. Rachel Schoutsen here with you, and you may have noticed the snow this morning. A quick clipper that moved through. You could still see some blowing snow late morning and through the afternoon. And when we talk about the Greater Toronto Area, less than 3 centimeters of snow. And you will notice it's a very light and fluffy snow. It's easy to shovel. It's easy to clear right off the car. So not too much pain in terms of shoveling the snow today, but pain in terms of the wind chill. Things are going to get really cold. This afternoon, -17. This feels warm compared to what Sunday morning looks like. Things are only getting worse. -28 is the wind chill for this evening. -31 up in Barrie if you're taking a trip up the 400. Very cold conditions. And then as we look at Sunday morning, the wind chill feels like the -40s. And this is what the extreme cold warning is in place for. This is through northern Ontario, northern Quebec, where they're already experiencing these conditions. The cold front now, it's in our region, and this is going to sweep through, winds coming right out of the north, the coldest wind, and this is dangerous cold. When we think about last year's polar vortex, this is even colder than that. We see these winds straight out of the north, high pressure comes into place. A lot of the time, we talk about high pressure, and it's a good thing. But when it brings an Arctic high and we see temperatures dive this deep and this cold, it can be dangerous cold. And we really are dealing with some of the coldest days Sunday and into Monday. We warm up slightly, not looking into the -40s for the wind chill, but it still remains cold right throughout this week. And really, right throughout February, it's going to be cold. This is a little snapshot of today. Periods of snow as well as blowing snow. We do have a good snow squall set up off Huron, possibly out towards William Barrie as well. You could see some blowing snow up there. And then as we look at Sunday, frigid in terms of the wind chills. Now, falls. Stay with us. It's Valentine's Day. We have a cuddle forecast coming up. We love when you share your weather, so thank you for tuning into the Weather Selfie on weekends here at the Weather Network. It's a video of you on the Weather Network, and you can talk about anything you like. And I know you've been tuning into our coverage and you've seen Frankie McDonald on the Weather Network. He is such a weather enthusiast. He has a huge following on social media. So Frankie today is our feature in our Weather Selfie. It's good advice, Frankie, because today is the calm before the storm. We're seeing the cold temperatures throughout the Maritimes, a mix of sun and cloud, but you got it. That storm is moving through, and you can check out theweathernetwork.com for 9 amazing photos of this nor'easter forming. And when we talk about this nor'easter, how much snow is going to be there? This is a little snapshot. We could see some of the hardest hit areas, like Frankie was mentioning, up and towards New Brunswick, 50 plus centimeters of snow, and then throughout Nova Scotia, looking at around 30 to 50 centimeters widespread. We'll see some mixing in with this as well. So stay with us here at the Weather Network. Throughout the show, we'll be talking about this developing nor'easter. We're also seeing snow across the country. We'll get into that story right now. This is a wide picture of today. A clipper moves through the prairies, frigid and windy for central portions of the country, and a clipper throughout southern Ontario. This is the snow moving throughout the prairies. Into the afternoon, some of the heaviest snowfall amounts will be through Saskatoon, and then this is going to sink south. So hardest hit areas could see around 15 centimeters of snow. And then as we focus in on Ontario, snow, yes, mainly for the morning, now clear through the afternoon, but the wind chill is going to be a big factor, as well as the snow squalls. You can see that highlighted just on the south end of Lake Huron there, 6 to 12 centimeters of snow along with that. And then as we look into tomorrow, Sunday, the frigid wind chills and the developing nor'easter. Now, if you... Let's talk about the cold. Yeah, we'll take a break from call out and talk about this. This evening, the wind chills, minus 30 in Regina, minus 28 in Toronto. It is freezing. And when we talk about below seasonal, it applies to so many Canadians today and into tomorrow. This evening, again, with the wind chill, minus 39 in Sudbury, minus 36 in Thompson. When we talk about these temperatures, this is dangerous cold. Frostbite really becomes a concern when we see the wind chills, well, this powerful. I'm glad you're here with us at the Weather Network, because we're about to get back into call out. Here it is.
This weather.
Oh yeah, we're going there. This is the Cuddle Forecast here on the Weather Network on this Valentine's Day. Do you need a reason to cuddle? Well, look at these temperatures. Basically, if you look at Saskatchewan and head east, everyone is freezing and below seasonal this afternoon. Okay, still not convincing you to cuddle? Let's take a look at this evening. Temperatures plummet throughout the city of Toronto, minus 16, Montreal, minus 13. Still not with me yet? Why don't we check out the wind chill? Even colder. City of Toronto, minus 28. Regina, minus 30. Ottawa, minus 23. There's your Cuddle Forecast. Happy Valentine's Day. So yes, this cold air outbreak we're seeing right now, well, it's way colder than what the water is, and that's why we see that steam devil to form. And as we look at Lake Ontario here, 50% ice cover, yeah, we're still seeing some of that open water. So perfect situation to see those steam devils. Rachel Schoutsen here with you today. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, did you remember Valentine's Day today? So this gives you an extra reason to cuddle up on Valentine's Day. This is what we saw Friday morning, record minimum temperatures, and this is going to happen again tomorrow morning. And it might even be a little bit colder. When we look at minus 24 in Markham, minus 25 in Hamilton, Kitchener, Wyerton, these are freezing cold temperatures, and we can expect this again tomorrow morning. Today is the warm day of the weekend. As we look at this afternoon, wind chills really coming into play. Minus 17, minus 22. The winds are going to be relatively strong. We're seeing some sustained winds, more around 30 to 40 kilometers an hour. That's a pretty strong wind for the Greater Toronto Area. As we see into this evening, temperatures are starting to fall. Wind chills are becoming stronger. Sunday morning, this is cold. Minus 39, that's the wind chill for the city of Toronto. That's estimated into tomorrow morning. Minus 37 out to London. Very cold temperatures, so this is what we really have to brace for coming into tomorrow. As we look at some of the winds, we could see some wind gusts around 80 kilometers an hour around the Huron shores, through the city of Toronto as well. This is where we could see right along the lake some wind gusts up to 60 kilometers an hour. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to connect with us on Twitter. Tell me what you're doing for Valentine's Day. How are you fighting this cold? And when we return, we'll look at some GTA highlights. And now let me take you into this. Watch this. Warm water and cold air. You can make your own snow. Thanks, Paul Wade, for sending in that. We get so many of these videos every winter, but each and every one continues to amaze. So thank you. Rachel Schoutsen here with you today. Long Rangers coming up next, but first let's talk about today and the problems with the wind chills. That's what we're going to get into tomorrow. Wind chill hazards. We're really on the high end of this and the low end of this one. So frostbite in 10 to 30 minutes, frostbite in 5 to 10 minutes. Frostbite is a serious concern this time of year, especially when tomorrow morning our wind chill is going to be close to -40. So this is when the cold actually becomes dangerous now. When we look at this afternoon, today is our warm day of the weekend with a high of -8. This morning, you might have noticed that it felt okay. Temperatures are only going to fall throughout the day today as the cold front is going to sweep through the Greater Toronto area. Winds are also going to be strong through the evening, wind chill up to -28, and that's why we do have some extreme cold warnings in place. I wouldn't doubt if this starts to sink south into the Greater Toronto area as the cold front just continues to sweep through. This is for wind chills here that are into the -40s, so we are really talking extreme cold. This weather that we're seeing more to tomorrow and into Monday is colder than last year's polar vortex. Remember that? Everyone remembers that. So when we talk about the cold, it really is here. This is the cold front here that continues to come through. We do see a clear day tomorrow. That snow throughout this morning, that is now gone. High pressure comes into place, but this is not the high pressure you want to see. It's the extreme cold. Now don't go anywhere, because when we're back, I'll have all the details in the Long Ranger. Rachel Schoutsen here with you right now, and let's jump into our Long Ranger segment. We'll start off with the high pressure coming in along the BC coast, and it is relatively boring in terms of the weather this week. From BC stretching right across the prairies, high pressure is in place Monday through Tuesday into Wednesday and Thursday. Not too much in the way of active weather for this week, so enjoy the boring conditions, I'll say. As we look at some of the temperatures, Vancouver starts off the week nicely above seasonal, dry as well. You'll see that sunshine. Calgary again still much above seasonal as we look at Wednesday, 7 degrees, Thursday 6 degrees here. Notice the precipitation. It's going to be falling as rain if we do see that in through Thursday. So a very clear week. Regina, same thing goes. Your temperatures are not above seasonal, but we're still quite warm as we look at Sunday, -6. Thursday, same thing goes here. And we'll also check out Winnipeg, where you're going to be cold but dry. You'll see that clipper move in tomorrow, but once you're through with that, a very dry week in store. Let's talk about the cold, because this is a much different story. We are talking about possibly record-breaking cold throughout southern Ontario. Sunday into Monday, records were broken Friday morning. We are seeing this really moving through next week. The cold and that jet stream just continues to dip south. Timmins, you're looking at wind chills almost to the -30s. Toronto, -32. That wind chill on Sunday. Extreme cold. That's what we can brace for over the next few days. And then the next storm into the Atlantic. You'll have this one pass through Sunday into Monday, and then watch this. This is a Gulf low that will form, and it will affect you Wednesday and through Thursday. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network on this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. We're about to show you some special programming, a new episode of Call Out. But first, let me recap some of our current systems here. We do have that clipper moving out of Alberta through Saskatchewan. This is bringing some snowfall today. Same sort of story in through Ontario. Another clipper moves through, and then we're bracing for the big storm out in the East Coast. I want to talk about the temperatures. This is so unappealing, isn't it? This huge dip in the jet stream here, and everyone through Ontario, I should say Manitoba, through Ontario, Quebec, and out east, you're all below seasonal. Okay, here's the start of Call Out.
Forward.
Oh yeah, we're going there on this Valentine's. This is the Cuddle Forecast. Happy Valentine's Day, and who needs a reason to cuddle? Well, if you're seeing the extreme cold, you certainly do, so let's check it out right now. I'm going to say anywhere from Saskatchewan east, you've got a pretty good reason. These are below seasonal temperatures in through this evening. -25 in Winnipeg, -16 in Toronto. Still not convinced though? Maybe you need the wind chill. Look how cold it's going to be this evening. -28 in the city of Toronto, -30 out in Regina. In Sudbury, extreme cold, almost -40 with that wind chill. It's going to be a cold Valentine, so cuddle up and have a great night.